The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap for Tannehill.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
And how'd you like to be a cornerback, having to come up to try and tackle that big man out of the backfield? Heck, how'd you like to be a linebacker or a defensive lineman? Because he's as big as all of them. Derrick Henry, not utilized a whole lot in the passing game, just 19 catches a year ago. But when you swing it to him out of the backfield, look out.
Play action. It's Tannehill. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Bradley Chubb continues to round into form. Remember, he had knee surgery in 2019 and followed that up with 8 sacks in 2020, continuing to ascend in the NFL.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans.
To throw is Tannehill.
That's taken in by Firkser.
An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
Yo, I could go for it on 4th and 1. I'm on a 49.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 4th down, Tannehill. Flush to his right.
And he wants Reynolds way downfield.
And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession. See if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got
Come
called.
on, that's
See
a
how defense
dick,
reacts.
no.
It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. On first down, it's Carson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They go back to Carson here on second. Now Carson fumbles the football. It's picked up by the Titans.
This is really, really difficult for teams to coach because you love the extra effort, right? When you break a couple of
Oh, shit, I just got a fumble. I'm about to say.
Potential turnover. They're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's first and goal. Here's Carson.
Crazy thing is, the 2 times I did, I fucking won.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Rolling to his left. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
Bro, what, bro? Look what just happened, bro.
How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
I recovered the ball, bro, but they gave him a touchdown. How?
Inside the 20, good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Like, I don't even know how you get a touchdown and I recover the ball.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy
that was weird. And I put a quarterback spy on this nigga. He breaks the tackle. That's some ass. This nigga's shitty. You the weird shit I be talking about this fucking ass shit, man.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead.
Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. It's Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Seahawks 18-yard line.
Running from the gun with Henry. And they'll get him down right around the 16. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. He's got his tight end over the middle. That's Firkser. And the Titans are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
Number 2 brings up second and goal at the 8-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. Second and goal. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Ryan Tannehill keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey.
Oh, you said how much he here for?
Momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds.
Brian, most I got on that is on like 15, bro. It should be weird.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. Wilson able to hook up with Eskridge. First down, Seattle. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They run it with Carson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Quickly out wide to Eskridge. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill looking downfield for Jones. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Out to his left. This pass caught by Hamler. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now a give right side. Carson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right. He struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now Wilson on first down. Steps away to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Now it's Carson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And Myers able to knock it through. And they take a 17-14 lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense. And that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 52 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tannehill looking deep for Julio. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 33 yards that time. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
Throw left side here, hauled in by the tight end, Ferkser. A good pickup there, a 22.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to join them. I'm going to come out of this one.
Tannehill. Flushed out right. And he's got it. And it's a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And that's going to be caught. Dwayne Eskridge. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
54, right there, 54, Mike. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
On 1st down, Wilson.
Niggas blamed it on the L?
He's taken down. Doug Costin just creating a disaster for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction.
I just scored not too long ago. Just got a sack. It's 21-17.
This one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
21-17. I'm up.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson.
I knew he was going there, though. I got a nigga. That's what I don't get, bro. I got a nigga that's driving 20 yards deep for that, bro. I just don't get it.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters.
I honestly don't get that.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Oh, God.
The Seahawks on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. That's complete. Okwuegbunam. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Dwayne Eskridge with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. He gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Tannehill. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Quick throw complete to Reynolds. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know
coming after this
is
game.
where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool out there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
First down carry for Henry. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 73 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Derrick Henry. Big Al Woods there to make the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
He could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
And Bullock will put this one through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest to this 4th quarter. Caleb Farley, the first-round pick back in April, there on the tackle.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Wilson. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. On 3rd down, Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett.
That's bullshit, bro.
Across the 45 before going out. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He'll spot Eskridge open left side. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Complete to Dwayne Eskridge. 10 yards on the play.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. They'll toss it out to Carson. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. If they get nothing else here on 3rd down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 52 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Throwing now is Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted.
Yo, this dickhead just threw a pick.
The rookie from Virginia Tech,
Dickhead.
Farley. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Now Tannehill. He's got Firkser.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
Tannehill to throw.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Tannehill gets this to Firkser, the tight end.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down.
We're running outside. We're hungry.
Throwing Tannehill.
And this
Yes.
broken up.
All right.
3rd down, as that was not easy to hold on to.
Yo, get out. Fuck out.
Oh, boy, this sets up for a huge call down 4th down because you can try the long field goal, You could go for it, or you could punt and play for overtime. I am so glad, partner, that I don't have to make those kind of decisions. Let's see what they decide.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. Here's Tannehill. That's to his running back, complete. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Tannehill. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Tannehill. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Tannehill. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Here's Brett Kern now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking with those big behemoths starting to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They go back to Carson here on 2nd. Fights loose. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
You only get 4 minutes in overtime or overtime with the ball.
Coming coming to the line here to begin their next
I said I'm in
drive.
overtime with the ball. I said it's only
They
4 minutes or
They have
4:30.
the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win.
I got it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Quickly out wide to Eskridge. And he's got room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And that goes for a gain of 31. Coaches love the rack run after catch, especially here in overtime. Took the short pass, turned it into a big play.
And that's what coaches talk about when they talk to their teams about what overtime means. How many big plays have to be made in order to win a ball game, and which play will be the big play. Short pass turned into a long run. Maybe that's the play that they needed to spring a victory.
Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Wilson. This pass caught by Hamler. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a 1st down. Oh, they'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it, because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses, because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And that nearly picked off. Oh, that would have been a big INT here in overtime. Instead, they'll get another shot on 3rd down. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. Now another timeout here called by the Titans. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Open man is Eskridge. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Here's the sneak with Wilson. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. We needed extra time to decide this one. The rushing score in OT finishes it off, but all throughout, really just a great game to witness.
I agree, and the whole time we were watching and working on this game, I had it in the back of my head. We could get to overtime. Just the way this game went, the ebb and flow of it all, and then to get there and finish it, what I would call an old